Hey, this is Notser, and this is the Tier 9 Japanese destroyer Kagero. It's got 6 main guns with this setup, 8 torpedoes, 19 AA guns, has a top speed of 35 knots. So we're on the map north. Me and another destroyer spawned on the west side. We headed towards the 4 line. My intentions were to use my torpedoes. But obviously, the cooldown is not up. He's a lower tier, so he has a faster cooldown. The Kagero has very long range, something like 20 kilometers. So, guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to send them, see if they can take, any damage to these battleships to try and move towards the west side. They move very fast, too. They have a, I think, top speed of like 67 knots. So, it's really effective. And I just barely missed the island. Just enough. It wasn't even close. But, yeah, the Kagero is a very nice Japanese destroyer. It has 3 turrets with 6 guns, and one of the variants, the fully upgraded variant, takes away one of those turrets for more AA. And that just seems completely useless to me in every manner. Ooh, we land 3 torpedoes, caused 2 flooding, and then Amagi almost died. Oh man, we got a lot of damage on him, that's good. So with the Kagero, I'm using the 1944 hull versus the 1945. It drops the turret, and that's stupid. AA's already terrible with destroyers. When your AA's going, you're flagging that you're in the area. It's just, I don't know why you would do that. So, yeah, that's why I have the extra turret. I like the extra damage. I can take out other destroyers more effectively, common sense. So, pretty good amount of enemies have moved towards the western. And of course, I feel inclined to decide, just confirming where the enemy is. See, my torpedo cooldown's back up. I really want to use the torpedo cooldown, especially right now where there's no ammo. I suspect that torpedoes will be limited in their effectiveness with the ammo. But as of right now, unlimited, use it on cooldown. But this enemy spots me, so I want to take him out. Count me in witnesses. And you can see the 6 guns are very effective. We're able to do a lot of damage to Farragut. And we're hidden right now, so we send out our torpedoes. They're going to get there very quickly. Now, looking back on that decision to send a narrow spread, and if you notice, yes, the turrets are very weak. A lot of times they'll blow up. So if I was running with only 2 turrets, most of the time you would only have half your DPS. So that's another reason to run with the older hull, as they would put it. Because you get a extra turret and you have more DPS for a longer period of time. Anyway, the narrow spread, probably wouldn't recommend it on a long-range target because it gives them an opportunity to maneuver out of the way. It's greedy, and my greed pays off. I was able to land 4 torpedoes and cause flooding, but he didn't live. That matter. Just good that he wasn't paying attention. There's, slow down. You can speed up if you were going half speed. You could maneuver. You could do a number of things to avoid that damage, and that person just didn't. So, works out for us. But we have really good control. And this fixed relative thing, there's 2 ways that you can lock it. You can lock it to lock the turret's relative position. So if they're aiming port, they'll aim port, aim starboard, starboard. And then you can also lock them to maintain aim on a target, roughly. But that's not really as useful, because you could just do it with your cursor. And a lot of times it's not really useful because the only time you really want it to be locked down is when you're maneuvering and you want to keep either attention on enemy aircraft or you want to dodge friendlies, stuff like that. So we're gonna try and get that destroyer. He's visible because of the aircraft. Try and finish him off. Not let him have success escaping. Come on, if we land all these, he's dead. We only land 2 of 4. That's okay. Friendly finishes him off. And 5 to 1. We're doing real good. We're able to take out that battleship. Well, assist in doing damage to the battleship. We were able to destroy another ship. Probably 100 to 0. And another narrow spread. This is greed. Narrow spread at long range is so greedy. Probably not going to work out this time. But, you know, it's 5 to 2. We have the advantage. We've lost control over the eastern half of the map. But overall, we can dictate the pace of the map. By moving towards the enemy base, they would have to defend, pulling back anyone that's trying to assault our base or attempt to assist the assault on our base. And it's just a great strategy. If you have the numbers, you need to press it. If you don't, you need to play defensive. It's really that simple. And this guy sees me somehow. I didn't get detected until that second. But he's low held. He's a Sims. Sims is a premium pre-order ship. Its guns traverse very quickly, but we outclass it in every way. We should be able to kill him with this next salvo. Ooh, barely alive. Oh, come on, burn down. And the Sims burns down.
Destroyer sunk.
And that was just... yeah, that was convenient. Half-held destroyer sails right to us. Because my intention was to make sure that we were safe on the side. As a destroyer, you're the fastest ship in the game. You can be stealth most of the time, so the enemy doesn't know your location. A lot like the light tank in World of Tanks, you can reposition and cause havoc to enemies that are low health. And a friendly kills them off, so we're not really needed in that flank, which is awesome. But our torpedoes are back up, so we might use them on this cruiser. He's broadside with us. And now I'm going to regret that, because there's the island. But that's okay. And he detects us, so the smoke is not helping us right now. We will drop off for the island. And there's our first salvo, just smack into the island. What can you do, you know? It's okay. Cleveland's pretty effective. So is the Baltimore and the Des Moines. And this Baltimore over here is going back. I don't think he wants to deal with me. I think he wanted to dodge out of the torpedoes. I want to be very careful around Baltimore. They are very effective cruisers. And cruisers are great at killing destroyers. So it looks like he's moved out of range of our detection, so we're just going to shadow him. We don't really have targets that we have an advantage over on the map. There's only one battleship and one destroyer. But otherwise, we need to deal with the cruisers in a safe manner, because one salvo from most of them will do near full damage. And I see that this New Mexico is pretty low. It's definitely on my radar. But I don't have range on him, obviously, and that Baltimore will see me when I fire. So it's a good idea to use islands anytime you have an opportunity to use islands. And my first torpedo group is reloaded, but I'm still keeping an eye on that Baltimore, seeing the distance I am. It's very close. It looks like we've gotten past the closest point. Looks like a friendly torpedo attack is occurring on the Baltimore, so he's going to be preoccupied. And we just got detected in that split second at the island by this enemy cruiser right in front of us, that's 6 kilometers away. And he's going to detect us one last second right there, and then we're going to shadow for the rest. And islands are great for destroyers. They shield your intentions. You know, destroyers are devious, looking for every advantage to stab you in the back. If you are a cruiser or a battleship, you need to be aware that islands are an enemy to you if you don't have information. So yep, I send a spread. We'll see what happens. If I get it on the New Mexico, we could take out big threat who's low health already. And nothing hits that cruiser at all. He's very aware of my presence and he's maneuvering accordingly. Looks like the enemy battleship is also maneuvered. And of course, I run aground. Wouldn't be a game without it. But I'm in the smoke. This enemy cruiser is very aware of me. I'm afraid of him. But I also have a friendly in the area, and I want to support him, obviously. So I see that his guns are looking away from me. But as I pull back and I look, he's targeting me. I'm still hidden in the smoke. All he sees are shots coming off the smoke. And my friendly... you guys didn't see that. At the time I was like, what? You really just did that, dude? You just threw your torpedoes into the island? But he's maneuvering. He sends them and I have to adjust my heading. And I'm sitting duck. But I believe... Yes. Oh, yes. That cruiser was trying to be so aggressive that he actually didn't think that friendly cruiser would send out torpedoes in that manner, and he sailed right into them. So, just this battleship and a destroyer. He's so low that I choose to use widespread. Now, my thought process is, if I hit one, he's as good as dead. I don't need 4 of them to hit. I just wanted a higher chance. And what I did is, the second one, I kind of put it one over. Oh, he dies anyway. But the idea of what I was thinking was, I would have a wide spread of torpedoes, and then the other wide spread of torpedoes would fill in the gaps of the previous one. And that way, it'll be harder to maneuver and find those big, large gaps that they usually do. That's my thought process at least. I need to do more testing to see exactly what the amount of distance you need to be shifted over to have it, you know, a widespread with good coverage with all of the pods going. So it's just this enemy destroyer. We've done a really good job. We were able to do a lot of long-range damage that kind of impeded the enemy at the very beginning. We were able to do a lot of damage to that battleship. He was disinterested in continuing on because he was already below 30%. And anyone coming through that sector had to maneuver to avoid the torpedoes, obviously. And then we were able to do a long-range kill. But this enemy destroyer is just... He's so close to dead. I figure I just shoot blind. And I see where he shoots. So clearly the goal is to kill him with my guns, if at all possible. He's away from his smoke, so I'm able to use that to my advantage. Fire on him, try and land these shots. We're able to get Confederate, that's pretty cool. But he takes out our steering. We have to use our damage control, of course. And we fire again. Oh god, he's so close to dead. We get high caliber though, which is awesome. One round, anywhere around him, anyone, come on. So, of course, I'm going to fire wherever I think he is. If you notice the smoke, it'll pop up, and it's on the lay. It's something like he's been in that area in the last 2 or 3 seconds. So you need to kind of lead that based on the movement of the smoke. We send our torpedoes towards the smoke in an effort to force them out, or you'll run into them. I'm okay with either. I'd really prefer you run into them. And we see him pop up again, so we're going to fire on his last known position. And we get him!
Enemy destroyer foundered.
So we were able to have long-range success with our torpedoes. Japanese destroyers, late tier, are great examples of attacking known movement paths for the enemy. We were able to earn high caliber, Confederate, and of course, devastating strike. And hey, you got to see some of my spread techniques, my stealth techniques. Maybe they can be effective for you in your games. So I love my destroyers. I hope you enjoyed watching this gameplay of this destroyer. And maybe you can learn something. Maybe you can use some of these tactics to make your destroyer gameplay more enjoyable. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I'll catch you guys next time.